What is up, everyone? My name is Joseph and welcome back to another Casually Competitive MTG video. Now, as the title may imply, this isn't a gameplay video. However, we did want to kind of give you a video at the beginning of the year just to kind of explain where we're at and what our plans are for 2020. So that's what this is. If that interests you, keep watching. If not, that's fine. There's more gameplay on the way. Keep an eye out for that very, very soon. First things first, we all here at Casually Competitive really want to just say thank you for the massive support that we've gotten lately. When we started this back at the end of November, we never expected it to do as well as it has done in as short of a time frame. So thank you so much. We're glad you're enjoying the content, and we can't say thank you enough for just all the massive support that you've given us. We initially kind of just wanted to do a little trial month to see how we enjoyed it and to see if there was any reception for it. And based on the reception, we are going to continue making content moving forward. So on that note, let's talk about the announcements that we have. First off, we have a Discord now. We have a public Discord that you can join by clicking the link in the description. If you want to talk to us, chat with us, share some ideas, or just be part of the community, you're more than welcome to click that link in the description and join us. Now for gameplay, a lot of you have been asking us for a schedule and if we're ever going to have scheduled gameplay content, and I'm here to tell you, yes, we will. For the next few months, we're going to try to release gameplay videos weekly, and the day that we will be releasing them will be Fridays at 11 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. Now we're going to try it as a little trial period to see if it is feasible for us to continue to put out weekly content. If that does change, we will let you know in the future. And be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates like that. That's most likely the place we would put them. But for now, we are going to try for weekly videos on Fridays. Now the format for these gameplay episodes is going to be a little bit different, so just bear with me. There is a method behind the madness. What we are going to do is seasons. Now that's not that out of the ordinary. However, how we're going to do it might be a little bit different. So we're going to play 4 pods, similar to what we did in December and November. We're going to play 4 pods. The winners of each of those pods will go on to a finals game. So it'll be basically a mini tournament comprised of 5 episodes, 4 independent pods, and then the winners of each of those playing a final game. In each of the 4 seasonal videos, the independent gameplay ones, there will be a poll similar to the ones we've seen in the past on the upper right hand corner of your video that you can vote for your favorite deck that you would like to see again. We'll take all of the votes and then we'll have a 6th game that will be just the favorites. So we'll have the 4 season games, we'll have the final tournaments of the winners, and then we'll have a favorites game where you can vote, and you'll be able to see the commanders you most want to see again. We decided to try seasons this way as it allows us to plan very easily in terms of the decks that we need to build and play, and it allows us to replay decks for the winners and for the favorites in a way that makes sense for you and for us. So in the next coming days, keep an eye out for kind of the seasonal videos to begin. Now we will have videos that will be outside of the season, so like maybe a special series or a special video for commanders from a new set or for precons. Those will be outside of a season, and those will be kind of take the place of a seasonal video. So it'll still come out on a Friday. However, it won't be one of the seasons or won't be a seasonal episode, if that makes sense. So that is the gameplay changes, I guess, organizationally that we're going to make moving forward for the next few months. On top of that, content-wise, we are going to kind of filter in some supplemental content videos, and these will be videos like mini deck techs. I even hesitate to call them deck techs. They'll be much smaller and condensed version of decks we want to kind of talk about, as well as some really short form podcasty style talks. I don't know what the best way of putting them, but essentially like we've been doing at the end of each video, kind of like a discussion, a 5 to 10 minute discussion on threat assessment, for example, where we'll write up a script and we'll write up a situation and we'll explain proper threat assessment to you in a short condensed amount of time. So expect those maybe 1 or 2 every month for now until we get kind of a better schedule for those specifically. We are really focused on getting the gameplay episodes out once per week, so these will be filtered in as we have time, but you should be able to expect some of those in the very near future. On top of all of the video content, we do also want to try to filter in some live streams. Now, live streams are a huge undertaking, and it's something that we're saying we're going to tentatively try it to see if we do have the time allotment for it in our own schedules, but what we would like to do is webcam magic live streams. So maybe once every other week, we'll get together as a casually competitive group and we'll live stream ourselves playing webcam magic. It's a little bit easier for us to do compared to getting together and setting up a whole rig for live streaming in person. And if that is something that you are interested in, let us know. We are going to at least try it once or twice, and if we get good reception on it, we'll try to continue it moving forward. But look out for that in the very near future, probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks for the first official live stream. So that is what we have planned for content on this channel. So that was big announcement number 1. The second announcement I want to talk about is a Patreon. Yes, we've started a Patreon, and let me explain a little bit what our goals are with this Patreon and why we're doing it. First off, we aren't doing this as a nice cash out or a quick money grab. We all either have full-time jobs or are in school, and really the extra money is not anything we're trying to plan on or cash out on. What this money would be used for is upgrades to our studio, essentially. One of our biggest goals with these YouTube videos is to produce videos that are of the highest quality that we can possibly make. And to do this, unfortunately, we need equipment that costs money. This includes lighting, new camera rigs, new cameras, and other things that would improve the overall quality of the video. Now, none of this is things that are needed, and I don't want you to feel pressured or that I'm really asking you necessarily to subscribe to the Patreon, but I do want to explain why we are doing it for those who do want to go above and beyond and support us in an additional way. And I also want to make sure that it's clear that we're doing this in order to support the channel, and nothing of it is really going to go into our pockets at all, really. That being said, we do want to provide you with decent benefits for these Patreon tiers if you do decide to go above and beyond and support us financially. The first tier we have, and we decided to name these after card qualities, we thought it'd be kind of fun. But the first tier we have is Moderately Played, which for $2 will give you additional access to Discord rooms. It'll give you access to Discord or Patreon-only Discord chat rooms, as well as the Patreon-only newsfeed, which will be supplementing or providing schedules and pods in advance and stuff like that, so you can have a little bit of a sneak peek on what's to come, and that's for $2 a month. For the $5 tier, the Lightly Played tier, you'll have access to the previous rewards as well as additional content. And this will be content that we wouldn't normally produce to YouTube. It'll be less produced, probably less professional, and more behind the scenes, raw cut gameplay footage, and just commentary, kind of like live commentary videos of stuff that's a little bit more relaxed, stuff that we don't think is proper for YouTube, but stuff that we could provide you and will provide you if you decide to subscribe for $5 per month. You can expect maybe one every other week or maybe one per week, depending on how active we decide to be with that extra additional content. Just to be really clear, these won't take away from any main channel videos at all. It won't make videos longer to produce. It won't take anything away from that. And the main channel, the YouTube content that is for free, it won't be affected at all. All the additional content will be kind of just behind the scenes stuff, commentary, just live chats between us as we're just kind of chilling on Discord, less produced stuff. So if that is something that interests you, if you're looking to get a little bit more behind the scenes with us, that's what that $5 tier really is for. The next tier we have is the Near Mint tier for $10. Again, access to all previous rewards, as well as access to all of our seasonal gameplay episodes a week before they air on YouTube. These won't include if we decide to do a Commander game with a new set. Those won't be on Patreon only. These will mainly be for the seasonal videos I mentioned before, so the 4 planned pods and the final. They'll be released a week early on Patreon. The reason we're doing it a week early is just personally, as I'm editing them, it's much easier for me to schedule in week chunks rather than like if we do it 3 days before or whatever. So that is why we're doing a week specifically. So if you want access to the videos a week ahead of time, and starting now, actually, if you do subscribe at this tier, currently there is a video up there for next week's gameplay. So if that's something that interests you, that's what that $10 tier is for. The last tier, the Mint tier, the $20 per month tier, access to all previous rewards, as well as monthly Casually Competitive memorabilia. This memorabilia will be little trinkets and stuff like stickers of our logos, and we do have a design, the ability to design new logos, as you've seen. So stickers, kind of custom designed tokens, reminder, 3D printed reminder little coins, and things like that. Posters sometimes. The months will vary, and you'll get an update on what that month's reward will be. We'll probably even post it on Twitter just so it is public on what will be available. But you will get kind of like a piece of Casually Competitive memorabilia if that is something that interests you for that $20 tier. So if you really do want to just support us, you really like what we do, and you do want to support us in that way, we do want to give you a little bit of a physical reward back in terms of some custom designed memorabilia from the channel. And that is the last tier. Again, like I said, none of this will take away from the main channel content, and you will still have access to many of the big bucket items like Discord if you don't want to support us in that way, and that's perfectly fine. We understand completely, and we don't want to force you or have you feel pressured into supporting us in that way, but we do want to provide it as an option for those who do want to go above and beyond. So that is another big announcement for what's coming up in 2020. A few other small things that I want to just hit on really quick. We do plan on trying our best to go to a few conventions around the country. We haven't decided exactly which ones, but just keep an eye out if you want to try to meet us at one of these conventions. Keep an eye out on Twitter or on our YouTube community feed. We'll probably post some updates there. And another item is merch. A lot of people have talked about wanting to buy little pieces of merch of our logo and things like that. That'll probably be coming within the next few months. We don't have anything specifically planned for now. We're going to probably in the next 2 months or so start looking at merch options as well. So keep an eye out for that if it's something that interests you. That is all really I have for this announcement video. I know it's kind of boring, kind of long-winded, and I apologize for that. But if you are one of the people who want to be more involved and who are a little bit more invested in us, I did want to give you that extra explanation, if that makes sense. That being said, again, I want to just say thank you for the massive support that we've received this year, and we will continue to do our best to produce the highest quality semi-competitive EDH gameplay content that we can for you. That being said, that is all we have for you for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you're looking forward to an amazing 2020, because I know we are. We're really excited for what 2020 has to bring. Like I said, I am Joseph. This is Casually Competitive MTG, and we will see you next time.